without conflict or struggle, in a sense of desire to improve, how can there be any progress, material or social, in the world? The desire to change supplies the motive, force for I have to read it again. It's not very clearly typed out. Without conflict or struggle, in the sense of desire to improve, how can there be any progress, material or social, in the world? The desire to change supplies the motive, force for work towards achievement and progress. If you accept what is, then how can there be any kind of progress? You've got the question clear? Need I read it again? Thank goodness. What do we mean by self-improvement? Improving selfishness, improving deceit, improving hypocrisy, improving our angers, anxieties, our pains, our sorrows. Is that what we mean by improving ourselves? Either getting more money, more better position, all that, physical comfort, or, which is necessary obviously, but when you say self-improvement, what is the self? Could we go into that? What is the self? What are you? You have a name, you have a form, how you look, how the shape of your body and so on, physical appearance. Apart from that, what are you? All that you have been taught in a school, college, university, if you have been lucky to go through that or unlucky to be gone through that, and what the environment has impressed upon you, upon the mind, upon the brain. You are the tradition, you are all that which actually is. Your greed, your envy, your beliefs, your hypocrisy, say one thing and do another, your miserliness, you are all that, surely. Or do you think you are something much more than that? That is your super consciousness, super something or other. Well, if you say you are something super consciousness, that's also the result of thinking. So you are the whole movement of thought. Isn't that obvious? So what is there to improve? Or there is freedom from all this, not improving. That's too clear, isn't it? I can't improve my selfishness, my agony, or my sense of despair. What is possible is to be free of all that, completely. I can't improve it. That's simple enough. Next question is, in the part of the question is, if there is no conflict, struggle, there will be no progress. Right? What is progress? From the bullock cart to the jet, that's a improvement, that is a progress, advancement. From one state of lack of communication to an extraordinary speed of communication. That's all. There is progress in that direction. Before there was, one killed another by an arrow. Now you kill another, or millions, through an atom bomb. That's also progress, if you call that progress. But socially, that is, relationship between each other, which is society, socially, is there progress? Or we are finding ways and means of going around laws, cheating in tax, which you're all doing, right? The richer you are, the more cunning you become. That's all progress. We call all this progress. Is there psychological progress at all? You understand my question? Progress, this is a very complex problem, this. Progress means from what I am, I move, change, transform myself. That implies time. Progress means time. Right? We're coming to meet this. What is time? Time by the watch, time by the sun rising, sun setting, time as today, yesterday, tomorrow, time for a plant to grow, time for a baby to become mature, and so on. There is time outwardly, naturally. But is there time at all, inwardly? Please, we are investigating, you are not accepting what the speaker is saying. Is there time as psychological progress? Time as hope of tomorrow. You see, all the implications of this idea of progress involves time. Now, there is physical time. To learn a language, I need time. But to be free of violence, does it need time? You follow my question? I need time to learn a skill, to become an engineer, carpenter, or a not straight politician. Right, sir? Yes, you know about it. But does one need time to be free of violence? You please find out. I'm violent. To become non-violent requires time. You understand? I am violent. To become or achieve or attain a state of non-violence is a movement from what is to what should be. That requires time. But does being free from violence require time? You understand the difference? Are we meeting each other? To become something requires time. Not to be, does it require time? I am violent. Suppose I am violent. Can there be freedom from that violence without time? Our brains are conditioned to time. Now we're asking a question which is totally different from that conditioning, which is to be instantly free from violence. Is that possible? You understand my question? My brain is used to the idea that I will gradually get rid of my violence, which is never possible, because gradually, during the interval, I'm being violent. Like a man saying, I'm trying to be non-violent, which means he's being violent all the time. Right? Is that clear? So, is it possible to be free of violence instantly? That is, without time. Is the question clear? What? No. You see, don't let's think. See, first of all, is it possible to be free of violence immediately, instantly? Or does it take time to be free? If you take time to be free, during that interval you are being violent. And therefore there is no end to violence. I don't know if you follow logically this. But is it possible to be free of violence? Not in terms of time. We are saying it is possible, which is how you observe violence. When you observe, are you the observer and violence something apart from you? You understand my question? Or you are violence. The observer is the observed. I don't know if you're following all this. No. No, you're not. Is anger different from me? I'm anger. It's not different from me. I am greed. Greed is not different from me. violence is me. I'm part of that. So, but we have divided violence as something separate from me. So there is the observer who says, I am violent, therefore I must suppress it or escape it. But if you see the truth that you are violent, the very observer who says, I am violent, he is violent. So, then there being no division, hence no conflict, and the observer is absent. There is only that state. Then you observe with all your energy, and it totally disappears. You try it. Not try, do it. Sorry, forgive me for using that word try. Do it, and you will discover for yourself. So progress outwardly, physically exists, of course. But socially, that is society, is actually relationship between human beings. Now, to understand the nature of relationship and the transformation in that relationship, does it require time? Or there is immediate perception, an insight which transforms the condition. Right, may I go on to the next question?
That transformation takes place out of this thought or some other energy.
What, sir?
Does this transformation take place through the will of the thought or some other thing which is dispelling that?
Yes.
An energy which is dispelling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's sir. I've got questions. Does transformation takes place through the action of will or some outside agency, God, or some other factor bring about change? Right? What is will? When you say, I will do that, I will be that, what do you mean by the word will? Think it out, sir. Let's go into it. Is it not desire? Right? We see that? It is the summation of desire, is will. And, I don't want to go into the whole problem of desire. What is desire? You think it out. So what is desire? You desire a house, you desire a car, you desire a woman or a man, you desire success, you desire money, you desire to be a hypocrite. You desire to be popular, you desire to be famous, and so on, so on, so on. What is this desire? What? Thought. Is desire thought? I desire that house. We are not talking the object of desire, but desire itself. Right? What is desire? which all religions, more or less, said suppress desire, right? So, let's find out together what is desire. We're not saying that it should be suppressed. We're not saying that it is an ugly thing or anything. So what is desire?
Again, I think we get back to that. Willingness to possess.
What?
Willingness to possess is desire.
Willingness
Possess.
to protest? Ah, willingness to protect desire? One person at a time.
Willingness to possess.
Willingness to possess. So that's a desire. I want to possess that house. That's part of desire. To dominate, to possess, is desire. No? What are you all?
You want to be something which you are not.
Yes, that is desire. You want heaven, that's a desire. Huh? What's that? So shall we throw up a lot of words into the basket and find an answer? Is that the way to find an answer to question? What? Thought. That gentleman said also thought. What? Direct. So, you are not investigating what is desire, how it arises.
The reaction.
So, may I go into it? That's right. Huh? Outcome of thought. May I go into it very simply? Do you consider desire part of sensation? Of course. Would you kindly let me first point out and then you can talk, sir. Desire is part of sensation, right? What is sensation? The response of the senses. There is the seeing the house, nice house, or ugly houses, house. The perception, the seeing, visual seeing. Then the sensation of wanting to possess it. Then investigating the house, right? Looking all over the house. So there is first seeing, contact, touching, then sensation. That's normal, isn't it? That's what is actually going on. Then what happens? You understand? Seeing, contact, sensation. If there was no seeing, contact, sensation, I'm paralyzed, as most of us are. I'm paralyzed. then what takes place? This is important to understand. We understand very easily the seeing, contact, sensation. Then what is the next step which brings about desire? You understand my question? Is the question clear? Now, there is the seeing, contact, sensation. Then thought says, I wish I had that house. Clear? That is, when thought identifies itself with sensation and that house, then desire begins. Do you question that? That is, the seeing, the touching, the sensory responses. Then thought creates the image of living in that house. Thought, when it creates the image, then desire begins. You see this step by step. Is this clear? No, I am not making it clear for you. You are making, through the explanation of the speaker, is making it clear for yourself. It's not you are accepting me, the words the speaker says, but you see the movement of seeing, contact, sensation, then thought with its image begins the desire. Now, will is desire. Does transformation take place through desire? Or the cessation, the thought coming to an end and sensation remains? You follow? This requires, please. You're not clear, quite right. Good Lord. What, sir?
Seeing is not the same, only after sensation. Sensation creates thought.
No, sir. Look, you desire something, don't you, sir? You desire to have money. You desire to have position. Or you desire what? A woman or a man. Of course, you're all holy, therefore you will never face that issue. You desire. Now, see what happens. Trace it out. You see something beautiful, which appeals to your senses, that is the sensation. Then thought creates the image of you having that. Thought, when it creates the image, is the origin or the beginning of desire. Is this clear? Obviously, this is fairly clear. I don't have to repeat it. But the question is, can thought not create the image, but only sensation remain? I see that beautiful tree, which is beautiful. But I have a house with a piece of land. I want that tree to grow in my land. So desire has taken place, that's all. And desire cannot possibly bring about transformation. That too is clear. Because you have an image of what transformation is, and you desire that. You follow? Or you say, well, it's not desire, but some outside agency. Is there an outside agency? This you would like to know, won't you?
What is called luck?
What?
What is popularly called the luck?
Luck.
Yeah, the most common word is luck.
L-U-C-K?
Yes, sir. The desire is replaced with that word all the time.
What, sir?
The word desire is replaced all the time with the word luck by most people.
What do you mean, most people?
That is, each individual desire is thought to be explained as luck coming from outside for people to want things, the desire to be enlarged.
I don't understand the question, sir. What has luck to do with a desire?
It's part of desire.
Is it? Now, is there an outside agency which will help us to transform ourselves? Go on, sir. You have. What's that?
Outside agency can force you only, but not help you. That's what he says.
Oh, well. Outside agency, Mr. Hitler, you all know about Hitler.
Sir, there should be a father or a mother or a seed to look.
I don't know
Sir,
what.
for that moment, look is a moment. For that moment, there should be a seed, or a father or a mother.
All right, sir. We are talking about outside agency, outside influence, outside authority, outside leader. You have had all those. Leaders, gurus, the so-called sacred books. You have had outside agency as education, authority. Has all that helped you to change? You have had it for millennia, right? Has that helped you to become transformed? Answer, sir. Oh, yes? You have transformed? Huh? Oh, that you are compassionate, that you love, that you are supremely intelligent. So let's be factual and honest, for God's sake. You have had leaders, ideals, outside. You have had all the pressures put on you to change. Have you?
Are you not an outside agency to help us think better?
Am I not? The questioner said, outside agency to help you. I am not. I am not helping you. Take that, sir. I really mean it. I am not helping you. I say, help yourself. Right? You have relied on leaders, authority for centuries. And nothing else. You are what you are now. Miserable, confused, uncertain, insecure, suffering. anxious agony go through, and nothing has helped you. Therefore, you have to find out a different method, not rely on anybody. Right?
Aren't you pointing in a direction though?
Huh?
Aren't you pointing in a certain direction?
No,
Isn't that why we're all gathered?
no, I'm not pointing out.
No,
I'm only saying, look at yourself.
but that is a pointing.
No, sir, we can make everything ridiculous. So, you believe in God. Most of you do. I don't know why, but you do. That is, you believe because you are frightened. If you are very honest, you would see that. Because God is perfect security, right? I am uncertain, insecure. I project a principle, a symbol, an idea, or an image, and that gives me a great sense of security. Right? Because you believe in God, and that gives you a sense of security. That God you have made. Right? You might say, who created the universe? That's a wrong question. You see, this is a very complex question. I can't. Is there, please question yourself, find out the answer. Is there a state in which there has been no cause? You understand?
For some people, the thought of God may be pure also.
What, sir?
For some people, the thought of God is pure. They want to attain something.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. We all want to attain something.
Not materialistically, I mean spiritually.
Spiritually. Oh, lovely. Sir, please. I'm asking you a question which is very serious if you're interested in it. What as a cause comes to an end? Right? But is there a state of mind in which there is no cause and therefore eternal? Investigate it, sir. Not for us. There is cause. I do this because I want that. There is a motive, which is a cause. Right? So I'm asking you a question, which is, can you live without cause? Which is, I want to be something, I want to get money, yes, I'll find out.
Is that without a motive?
Huh?
Is that without a motive?
No, please. I've explained it. Find out, sir. This is real meditation, not all the silly stuff that goes on. To find out an action without cause. Love is not a cause. You won't say, proceed along that line, think it out.